Welcome to the exciting world of business. Whether you're just starting your educational journey or looking to enhance your career, understanding business fundamentals is a powerful step forward. This chapter will introduce you to the essential concepts that drive businesses, from defining what a business is to exploring the basics of economics and accounting. No matter your career path, these foundational ideas will help you make informed decisions, understand the world around you, and open doors to countless opportunities. Let's embark on this journey together and discover how business knowledge can shape your future. Before we dive in, let's outline what you'll achieve by the end of this chapter. You'll be able to define key terms like business, economics, and accounting. You'll learn to distinguish between goods-producing and service-producing businesses, analyze how companies make a profit, and identify what makes a nonprofit organization unique. We'll also compare different economic systems, explain how markets, supply, demand, and competition influence resource distribution, and describe the economic cycle and how growth is measured. Finally, you'll understand why accounting and cash flow analysis are vital to business success, and the differences between managerial and financial accounting. Business fundamentals are valuable no matter your career direction. Maybe you're drawn to finance, human resources, marketing, or even entrepreneurship. Or perhaps you're not sure yet, don't worry. This course will give you a broad overview of the business world, helping you discover your interests and strengths. Understanding business helps you make smarter choices, whether you're managing your own finances, voting on taxes, or deciding where to shop or invest. The skills you gain here will serve you in any job and empower you to adapt to a changing world. Let's look at a real-world example, the Kroger Company. Today, Kroger is the largest supermarket chain in the United States, but it started as a single, humble grocery store. Barney Kroger invested his life savings to open his first shop, focusing on quality and customer satisfaction. His motto was, "Be particular, never sell anything you would not want yourself." By baking bread in-house and listening to customer needs, he set his business apart. Over time, Kroger grew by embracing innovation, like being the first to install scanners and conduct customer research. This story shows how vision, quality, and adaptability can turn a small business into a national leader. So what exactly is a business? A business is any person, group, or entity that provides goods or services to meet consumer needs. Goods are physical items like cars or televisions, while services are intangible, such as haircuts or music lessons. The line between goods and services can sometimes blur, but the key difference is that services satisfy needs without providing a material object. Most businesses aim to make a profit, the money left after paying all expenses. But some, like nonprofits, exist solely to serve the community rather than earn a profit. Let's clarify the difference between goods and services. Goods are tangible items you can touch and own, like a new phone or a loaf of bread. Services, on the other hand, are activities or benefits provided to you, such as a haircut, a car repair, or a music lesson. Sometimes a business may offer both. A bakery sells bread, a good, and may also offer catering, a service. Understanding this distinction helps you see how businesses meet different consumer needs. Profit is a core goal for most businesses. It's the difference between the money a business brings in revenue and what it spends to operate expenses. For example, if a flower shop earns $4,000 in sales, pays $1,000 to employees, $1,000 to vendors, $500 in taxes, and $500 in rent, the profit is $1,000. Revenue is the total money received before expenses. Profit is what's left after all bills and taxes are paid. This is similar to your personal budget. Your paycheck is revenue, your bills are expenses, and what's left is your profit. Not all businesses exist to make a profit. Nonprofit organizations, like the Red Cross or your local library, provide valuable services to the community without seeking profit. They often rely on donations, grants, or government support. Their main goal is to serve the public good, whether that's offering shelter, education, or health services. Understanding the difference between for-profit and nonprofit organizations helps you see the diverse roles businesses play in society. Let's review some key vocabulary. A business is any entity providing goods or services. A product can be either a good tangible or a service intangible. Profit is the money left after expenses, while revenue is the total money received. Nonprofit businesses focus on serving the community rather than making a profit. These terms are the building blocks for understanding how businesses operate and succeed. Thinking of starting your own business? The Small Business Administration (SBA) is a valuable resource, offering guidance on starting, planning, financing, and marketing your business. Before launching, it's important to understand the history and evolution of business, as well as the challenges and opportunities you might face as an entrepreneur. Careful planning and research can help you avoid common pitfalls and set your business up for success. Business has evolved dramatically over time. Early societies were agrarian, focused on raising food and being self-sustaining. The Industrial Revolution shifted economies from rural farming to factory-based production, making cash and manufactured goods more central. The assembly line introduced by Henry Ford revolutionized mass production. In the post-World War II era, globalization connected economies worldwide, allowing companies to source materials and sell products across borders. This history shapes the business landscape we see today. Globalization is the interaction of national economies in an international marketplace. It means products, services, and jobs can move across borders. For example, a coffee shop in the US might buy beans from Indonesia, while a t-shirt designer sells to customers in Japan. Globalization offers consumers more choices and lower prices, but it can also lead to job losses in some industries as production moves to countries with lower labor costs. Globalization has both positive and negative effects. On the positive side, it provides access to cheaper goods, new technologies, and larger markets for businesses. Consumers benefit from more options and lower prices. On the downside, some workers lose jobs as companies move production to countries with lower wages. The question of what it means to buy American has become more complex, as products are often made from parts sourced worldwide. Starting a business requires careful planning. Entrepreneurs must consider location, financing, inventory, advertising, and more. For example, Bill wants to open a motorcycle shop and must decide how to fund it, where to locate it, and how much inventory to stock. Maria, who owns a flower shop, must plan for seasonal changes, manage advertising, and keep enough cash on hand to weather slow months. Good planning is essential to avoid common reasons for business failure. Learning about business isn't just for future business owners. These skills help you understand the world, manage your personal finances, and make informed choices as a consumer and citizen. Whether you're voting on taxes, deciding where to shop, or planning your investments, a solid grasp of business fundamentals empowers you to make smarter decisions and adapt to change. Economics is the study of how societies divide and use resources to produce goods and services. It affects every aspect of daily life, from the price of bread to the availability of gasoline. When resources are scarce, prices rise, which can lead to changes in consumer behavior and even economic slowdowns. Understanding economics helps you see how individual choices and global events impact businesses and communities. There are different types of economic systems. Capitalism, practiced in the US and much of Europe, allows individuals to decide what goods to produce and how to sell them. Socialism, found in countries like Sweden and India, involves more government control over resources like transportation and healthcare. In reality, most economies are a mix of both systems, with varying degrees of government involvement. In capitalism, the market is driven by private individuals and businesses. They decide what to produce, how much to charge, and whom to sell to. In socialism, the government plays a larger role in directing resources and providing essential services. Both systems have strengths and weaknesses, and most countries blend elements of each to meet their unique needs. Supply and demand are fundamental concepts in economics. Demand is how much consumers want a product at a certain price, while supply is how much producers are willing to sell at that price. When demand exceeds supply, prices rise. When supply exceeds demand, prices fall. These forces work together to determine the price and availability of goods and services in the market. Markets are where buyers and sellers interact to exchange goods and services. Competition is the rivalry between businesses for customers. It affects price, quality, and quantity. For example, if two stores sell the same soup, you might choose the cheaper one or the one with better quality. Competition encourages businesses to improve and gives consumers more choices. Competition impacts businesses in several ways. Price, quality, and quantity all play a role in where consumers choose to shop. Sometimes a lower price wins customers, other times better quality or convenience is more important. Businesses must constantly adapt to what their customers value most, making competition a driving force for innovation and efficiency. Every business relies on 5 basic resources: natural resources, human resources, capital resources, entrepreneurs, and knowledge. Natural resources are raw materials like steel or water. Human resources are the people involved in the business. Capital resources include money, machines, and buildings. Entrepreneurs are the risk takers who start businesses. Knowledge is the expertise needed to run the business successfully. Let's look at examples of each resource. A car manufacturer uses steel, natural resource, employs workers, human resource, invests in factories and equipment, capital resources, is led by innovative founders, entrepreneurs, and relies on technical know-how, knowledge. In today's global economy, these resources can move across borders, but knowledge is often the key to long-term success. Economies go through cycles of expansion and contraction. During expansion, the economy grows, people spend more, and businesses hire more workers. This can sometimes lead to inflation where prices rise faster than incomes. During contraction, spending slows, businesses cut back, and unemployment rises. Severe contractions can lead to recessions or even depressions where economic activity drops sharply. One of the main ways to measure economic growth is the gross domestic product, GDP. GDP is the total value of all goods and services produced in a country in a year. When GDP rises, the economy is growing. When it falls, the economy is shrinking. Every sale, from a bouquet of flowers to a car repair, contributes to GDP. It's a key indicator of a nation's economic health. Consumer confidence is a measure of how willing people are to spend their money. When people feel secure in their jobs and the economy, they spend more, boosting business and economic growth. When confidence drops, people save more and cut back on non-essential purchases, which can slow the economy. Business owners must pay attention to consumer confidence when making decisions. Accounting is the process of recording, summarizing, and reporting a company's financial activities. It's essential for making informed decisions, both inside and outside the business. Managers use accounting to plan budgets and track performance, while banks and investors use it to assess financial health. Accurate accounting helps businesses operate efficiently and meet legal requirements. The Accounting Information System, AIS, gathers and reports financial data to both internal and external users. Internally, managers use this information to make decisions about spending, hiring, and operations. Externally, banks, investors, and government agencies use it to evaluate the company's financial status. The AIS is the backbone of business decision-making. If you're interested in accounting, there are many career paths to explore. Accountants ensure businesses run efficiently and comply with regulations. They may work as auditors, tax advisors, consultants, or managers. Some accountants work for companies, while others are self-employed or work for government agencies. The demand for skilled accountants remains strong in today's economy. Managerial accounting provides information to managers within the company. This helps them make decisions about inventory, production, and budgeting. For example, a bakery manager uses accounting data to forecast supply needs and plan for profitability. Managerial accounting is all about supporting smart internal decision-making. Financial accounting, on the other hand, provides information to external users like banks, investors, and government agencies. It involves preparing financial statements, tax returns, and payroll reports. This information helps outsiders evaluate the company's financial health and make investment or lending decisions. Cash flow refers to the movement of money in and out of a business. Positive cash flow means the company has enough liquid assets to pay bills, invest, and handle challenges. Cash flow is not the same as profit. While profit measures overall success, cash flow shows whether a business can meet its immediate obligations. Managing cash flow is critical for long-term survival. There are three main types of cash flow: operating, investing, and financing. Operating cash flow comes from day-to-day business activities. Investing cash flow involves buying or selling assets and investments. Financing cash flow relates to raising money through loans or issuing stock. Each type provides insight into different aspects of a company's financial health. Analyzing cash flow helps businesses and investors assess financial health. Key metrics include free cash flow, money left after expenses, unlevered free cash flow before financial obligations, and the cash flow to net income ratio. These measures show whether a company can expand, pay debts, or return money to shareholders. Strong cash flow management is a sign of a resilient business. It's important to distinguish between cash flow and profit. Profit is the money left after all expenses are paid, showing overall financial success. Cash flow, however, tracks the actual movement of money, revealing if a business can pay its bills on time. A company can be profitable but still struggle if it doesn't manage cash flow effectively. Let's review what you've learned with a quick practice exercise. Think about the difference between goods and services, profit and revenue, and the characteristics of nonprofit businesses. Consider how supply, demand, and competition affect prices and business success. These exercises help reinforce your understanding and prepare you for real-world business challenges. Let's connect some key terms. Business, product, good, and service are all related. A business provides products, which can be goods, tangible, or services, intangible, to meet consumer needs. Understanding these relationships helps you see the bigger picture of how businesses operate and serve their communities. Economic contraction happens when spending slows, leading to reduced production and higher unemployment. If this continues, it can cause a recession, a period of declining employment, income, and production. In severe cases, a depression can occur, marked by very low spending and high unemployment. Understanding these cycles helps businesses plan for tough times. Sometimes, the government intervenes in the economy to stabilize markets, support key industries, or protect consumers. For example, during crises, the government may provide financial aid to companies or regulate prices. Understanding when and why intervention happens helps you see the balance between free markets and government oversight. When starting a business, it's crucial to consider supply, demand, and competition. High demand can allow for higher prices, but competition may force you to focus on quality or location. For example, a coffee shop in a busy area may succeed by offering unique flavors or better service. Analyzing these factors helps you set competitive prices and attract customers. Every new business needs to plan for the 5 basic resources: natural, human, capital, entrepreneurial, and knowledge. For example, a bakery needs flour, natural, bakers, human, ovens, capital, a founder, entrepreneur, and recipes, knowledge. Careful planning ensures you have what you need to succeed and grow. Both managerial and financial accounting are vital for business success. Managerial accounting helps you make smart decisions about operations, while financial accounting ensures you meet legal requirements and attract investors. Using both types of accounting gives you a complete picture of your business's health and guides your strategy for growth. In this chapter, you've explored the fundamentals of business, from defining key terms to understanding economic systems, competition, and accounting. You've seen how businesses rely on resources, adapt to economic cycles, and use accounting to guide decisions. Whether you dream of starting your own business or want to understand the world better, these basics will serve you well in any career. Take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. Journaling about your favorite company, the difference between recession and depression, or your own business ideas helps you connect theory to real life. This practice deepens your understanding and prepares you for future challenges. Use your journal to track your growth and insights as you continue your business education. As you move forward, remember to think critically about what you learn. Discuss business topics with classmates, instructors, or friends. Ask questions about career choices, competition, and the impact of the economy on business decisions. Critical thinking will help you make better choices, solve problems, and succeed in any business environment.